Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Cyrano, and I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're brand new to the channel, let's try to get this video to 30 likes within the first day, first 24 hours, because every single like helps the channel. Let's try to beat the algorithm on YouTube. But today we're going to be talking about the Umidigi A11. You're new to the crew. I truly appreciate you for coming through. I encourage you to subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Now, I picked this device up about 9 months ago, and there's a lot of sweet deals that you can get on it still. It's listed on Amazon for $189 right now, so I think that's a really good price for this device. And there's a $10 discount code as well on the website, so that's something that I just want to mention as well, because this thing has a lot of cool features that I want to get into, the 5 top reasons to consider it in 2022. But the first reason is the price, because this device is going to be really good for the average consumer, especially for the price, because you're paying less than $200. You're getting 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes as well, and you're also getting a decent size battery, 5,150 milliamp hour battery on here as well. So I definitely think this is going to be a solid device for most users. If you're picking it up, 16 megapixel camera around back with an 8 megapixel wide angle and a 2 megapixel portrait, and then around front you get a 8 megapixel around front. So let's just jump into the next reason, but the first reason is definitely the price. Now, if you're still here and you made it this far, I truly appreciate you. Just type in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know that you're still rocking out with me. But definitely show your support by hitting the like button if you're enjoying the video so far. But this device is really good for the price. Obviously, that's the first reason why I recommend, the top 5 reasons to buy it. Is the first reason is the price. And then the second reason is going to be the display. Now, the display is actually really nice. It says 720 by 1600 HD plus display with 269 for the pixels per inch, and this thing just actually flies when I'm using this guy. It definitely has a nice feel to it. It definitely flies through everything that I'm trying to do when I'm using it. So I just really like it for the price and stuff like that, because it's gonna be one of a really solid device. But it's definitely gonna have that really nice display on here, so you can browse through all your different applications, and things open up pretty quickly on here. So I just want to throw that out there, that they do open up pretty decently. You can open up Meta, you could open up Facebook, you can open up Twitter, you can open up your you could open up your YouTube and everything of that nature, and everything is going to run really nicely. So the screen is going to be absolutely gorgeous. So you can see right here, really good viewing angles. When I'm looking at this thing directly, I could put it down on a surface and it still looks good on a surface, right? Because it's got that really nice panel. It's like you got the water drop notch. There's no LED notification on the front from what I can see, but we do get a dewdrop notch on here. We do get a 2.5D curved glass screen as well, and it's going to be 720, but you're not going to even notice that it's 720, to be 100% honest with you. You won't even, no one will know that. Like you'll probably forget that this is a 7. I actually, most of the time, I actually think that this is a 1080 panel. I actually thought it was until I looked at the spec sheet on the web page on Amazon. But this is going to be gorgeous colors, gorgeous viewing angles when you're looking at this thing. Just really beautiful. Umidigi does really good displays. I'm not sure how they do it, but they offer some of the best displays in the budget price point. So the second reason to buy the Umidigi A11 is going to be the display. Now, another thing that I noticed that the display was good for on here was gaming. We get, like I said, we get 269 pixels per inch on here. We also get a processing chip clocked in at 2 gigahertz, which is really fast. This also has a 12 nanometer processing chip, which is going to be clocked in, like I said, at 2 gigahertz, but it's 11 nanometers as well. So It's a Helio G25. So there will be noticeable lag on here. I just want to mention that, like from some of the higher end phones that I've been using, but it's still playable. You could still play PUBG on here. Really quick performance overall. So not only is this display gonna be good, but also the performance as well. So just, you know, obviously really solid when it comes to the performance so far, that since I've been using it. Haven't ran into any real big headaches or hiccups like that. But if you're pretty decent, you can actually compete. It's gonna have some slight hiccups, right, from time to time. So I just wanted to mention that. But overall, it's gonna be an overall really solid experience. Now, the third reason to buy the Umidigi A11 is the design. It's gonna have a really beautiful design on this. This is probably one of my favorite designs out of all the budget phones I own, because it has this aluminum body, which is extremely it's not durable, because you can see I dropped it right here on the corner, and there was a tiny scuff right there. So I just want to show you that it did dent right there. So there was like a little dent on the bottom. It didn't break, it didn't crack, the screen didn't break, but it did. The metal does bend when you drop it on concrete. So I dropped it on concrete. I thought I was gonna actually break the phone, but I only dented that. And then on the camera, I think I just like have a tiny scratch. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's like a tiny, I can't even see it right now, but there's a really tiny scratch on here. Another thing this device has that's really cool is a thermometer. So you could take, I remember one of my best friends was like sick, and I was trying to figure out if they had a fever or something. So one of the things that's pretty cool is that this device does have this button on the side, which you can map out for different things. So that was the Google Assistant. A double press will get you to your flashlight. There's another long press will get you to your maps. So I can configure that to those three different options. You can configure that button to. It's called the smart key, and so you can change it to anything that you want, right? And so double click for flashlight, single click for assistant, and long press for the map. So I really like that key. The build quality on here is just extremely solid. You get your power button right here to unlock and lock it right there, volume rocker right above it, and these buttons actually feel really solid. Headphone jack up top, but just keep in mind there's only one microphone down below. And then you know, everything just looks really clean overall. You get your SIM slot right here for dual SIMs, so you could put 2 SIM cards inside of it, and just it has a really nice build quality with the dewdrop on the front, side mounted fingerprint sensor, which is actually going to perform really well. And I have been using this device on and off, but I just can't express how crazy all the features are here for this price. And we even get software updates. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what this is about, but with you. So I'm not sure if this is like stuck, because it's been at 99%. It went through the whole update really quick, and then it just got stuck at the 99% screen for installing. So I'm gonna just get out of here. We'll just wait, but let's just talk about the battery life. We're getting a 5,150 milliamp hour battery on this guy, which is gonna power the engine, and it's gonna have a really solid performance with the G25 budget chip, which is probably one of the best budget chips that I've used, because it flies. It definitely has a nice flow to it. When you're using certain applications on this device, it's just gonna really have a nice smooth experience. So I really like the battery, because you won't really run into any issues when it comes to using this guy. You know, for the most part, everything is gonna run really quickly, and you won't really run into any headaches when it comes to the performance. And because of the snappy performance, obviously, but the battery is gonna be really good. You could take a lot of photos on this thing. It's got the ultra wide camera on here, as well as night mode on here. which is kind of cool that it does have that. Slow motion is on here as well, so it gives you some really good features that you wouldn't normally see on phones in this price point. Portrait mode is on here. We also do get video mode as well. Some decent settings options here. 1080 for the front, which is really good because I like recording in 1080 100% of the time. And then for the video on the rear, we also do get 1920 by 1080 as well. You could put your location in and it will map that, so whenever you take a nice photo, it's going to be pretty solid when it comes to that. But overall battery life has been pretty good on here, as well as the cameras. They do have that autofocus right there, so you saw that kick in really quickly. It did kick in pretty quick. You can mess around with the background bokeh with this guy as well, and it also has a lot of cool features like night mode and pro mode and panorama. So those are some of the features that I do like about this guy, because it's just going to be baked in, a lot of features baked into this thing. FM radio, everything is going to be stock Android. Like I said, we get the thermometer on here, so you could take temperatures of people and of objects, right? So remember I said that you get the thermometer, you could change it to Fahrenheit. It's going to record everything right here. So everything. So let me just do a quick measure of my pulse. Okay, so it says temperature out of range. Try measuring at the forehead. So you would have to like measure. Hold on one second. So my temperature right now is 96.3. So that means I'm good to go. I don't have like a temperature or anything like that, but I really do like the fact that this device does have that built right in. And you could even see these pictures came out really good. You get editing mode right here down below. Try the new and improved editor. That's the portrait, and then that's the regular one. Then they offer this editor right here, so it's gonna load for a few seconds. And then it'll take you to the option where you can get more helpful editing. You could crop, you can adjust, you could show filters, and you can mark up. So those are really cool features that I like trying. And then you also do get these options where it will enhance the photo to your personal preference as well. But that was the main thing that I really did like about this guy. But let's just jump into the next reason. But I just want to show you a quick portrait that this thing took. So pretty decent quality. I'm in a low light lit area right now, very low lit. Look at the lighting around me, and it took a portrait that looks pretty good. So it does get, I didn't need flash, and I didn't need night mode for that one. So the last thing that I definitely like about this device in 2022, the fifth reason to buy this device, is it does have stock Android, and a lot of people like Android 11. This device was launched with stock Android 11, and it's probably one of my favorite Android versions of all time. You get a lot of storage on this guy, 128 for the GBs. It's only taking up 12 gigabytes of internal storage. So most of the files that I do have on here are pretty much just my apps. Everything else is like games, 5.8 for the games. And this thing that also does have that facial unlock as well. So if you go to security, you can get to your facial unlock right here down below, smart lock and fingerprint, which is also included in the bundle. And so that update never actually came back up. The one that was loading that I showed you guys, for some reason it just didn't come back up. So what you want to do if that happens, it's pretty much going to be, you have to go to about phone. You have to go up here up top, and it's, you can still see it stuck on that. So I'll probably just reset the phone. It's probably going to keep happening, but if it doesn't work, it still works perfectly fine without this update. But I just kind of wish that it didn't get stuck right there. But yeah, that kind of sucks, right? So it's just stock Android. So basically, when you long press the screen, you're going to get your wallpapers, home settings, widgets, and you're going to have these options right here: launcher style, home screen, or you can have the app tray or no app tray. You can remove the Google feed if you do want to do that. And you also have your widgets right here. So you can actually, everything just looks really stock Android. It shows your screen on time. It shows your calendar at a glance, the Bible app. It does show all of your widgets that you can add onto your device just to make it a little bit better. Let's see, do I have the weather? Yeah, I have the weather right there. But if you want a bigger icon for the weather, you could just scroll down until you see the weather, right? And let me see if they have it on here. It's going to be probably in Google right here. Oh, that's the same exact one as that I had before. But let's see if there's other ones. Let me see if I could swipe across. Oh, so they got the sound search, and then they got the search, and then at a glance, which is the weather. But you could also download your own weather app and get more. But those are my top 5 reasons to buy the Umidigi A11. Hopefully you guys did find this video helpful in any way possible. But if you did, make sure you hit the like button, because every single like helps the channel. Let's try to get this video to 30 likes. But I'm going to get right back with you. I'm going to check you guys later. I'll check you guys on the next video later, crew. Peace.